Breakdown, baby.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Scientist here once again, and welcome to Scientific Reviews. Scientific Reviews is a section of my channel where I'll be doing reviews of things like music, films, games, or the like. For my first review, I'll be doing a review of a music album by an artist who I consider one of my inspirations as an artist, DJ Shadow. And the album of his that I'll be reviewing is what I consider one of my all-time favorite albums, Endtroducing. For those of you unfamiliar with DJ Shadow, he was a very pivotal figure and pioneer within the musical genre called instrumental hip-hop. Now, traditional hip-hop usually consists of a producer, or DJ as they might be called, producing instrumentals or beats while an MC raps over them. So, instrumental hip-hop, therefore, usually focuses more on instrumentals or beats and tends to exclude any rapping or vocals. This in turn provides the producer more flexibility with these instrumentals and allows them to create more complex and detailed arrangements. Unlike other DJs who tend to play or mix music and sample things that people are generally familiar with, DJ Shadow often plays or mixes music and samples things that most people have probably never even heard of, as heard in the album's opening track. The release of DJ Shadow's Endtroducing back in 1996 was heavily responsible in paving the way for a movement in instrumental hip-hop that was prominent throughout the late 1990s into the early 2000s. Due to the album's seamless blending of genres such as hip-hop, funk, ambient, jazz, and film score, DJ Shadow's arrangements on this album proved quite innovative and went on to influence a massive number of producers and musicians. The album is also in the Guinness Book of World Records for being the first album to be made completely from sampled sounds. Getting into the album itself, the album kicks things off with the track Best Foot Forward, which serves as an introduction or introduction to the album, comprised of several sampled sounds thrown together to give the artist a bit of insight into DJ Shadow and what he's about. The album then truly delves into things with the following track, Building Steam with a Grain of Salt, which serves as a mood setter for the album, allowing the listener to truly get accustomed to the atmosphere the album provides, where everything just sort of slowly unfolds. The general mood of the album is pretty low-key, with a lot of use of ambiance and film score to create a sort of atmosphere that just drifts for the most part, without really trying to be too forceful. Although the album does have some upbeat moments like the Number song, which, while atmospheric in a way, is a pretty straightforward, in-your-face track akin to classic old-school turntable-style hip-hop. There's a lot of creative use of sampling to be found throughout this album. You have tracks like Stem, Long Stem that has a looped drum section that comes off sounding like a thrash metal style drum solo. The second half of the song is pretty ambient, and each sample is really arranged in a way that comes off sounding pretty symphonic and wouldn't sound too out of place in an orchestra. Then you have several intermissions scattered throughout the album, which sample John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness, where each time it sort of adds on a little more to itself up through to the end of the album, like everything's just sort of building up to some climactic moment. A lot of the sampling in this album is actually pretty cohesive and doesn't come off sounding too choppy or disjointed, which is something that a lot of sampling in hip-hop tends to suffer from. Perhaps my favorite part about Endtroducing is its concept. Just the ability to take different types of samples or sounds and create this epic musical journey of an album for the listener to embark upon is something unique and amazing. In a way, it's kind of like a sampling symphony in the vein of a classical era composition. Even though it sounds a bit dated today and some of the samples sound a tad choppy or disjointed in certain areas, and there might be a few sounds that are out of place in the record, I think as an overall artistic body of work, it's held up pretty well over the years. For the verdict, I'm giving DJ Shadow's Endtroducing a solid 9 out of 10. Now, maybe you all agree with my review, or maybe you think it deserved better, maybe not so much. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below on what you think it deserved, or just feel free to comment on anything. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed this video and my review, and I will see you next time. This has been an episode of Scientific Reviews, and this is Scientist, signing off.